Hello, welcome. You are joining me in the New Forest today. So I was actually out here doing some video shoots for a trainer review, which is coming soon on the channel. And I thought, while I'm here, why don't I do my next video here? Makes a change of scenery than my room or the same static spot. So yeah, we're out in the New Forest and I've got a video on the 5 top tips that I've got to prevent injury when running. So what we'll do is we'll walk around the forest, go for a little wander, and I'll go through each of the tips as we go along. So hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to rank my tips from most important to least important. And coming in at number 1, the most important thing in my opinion is stretching. So if you want to prevent injuries, the best thing you can do is to stretch. Now there's 2 types of main stretches. There's dynamic stretching and there's static stretching. Now dynamic stretching you should do before you run, and then static stretching you should do after your run. With dynamic stretching, it's only really important for those quicker pace runs, so race day, intervals, tempo runs. You can get away with not doing them on slow, easy runs, in my opinion, but definitely always want to do static stretches after every run. And it's just going to help, stretch out your muscles, stop them getting tight, and you'll thank yourself the next day in the morning. You won't wake up like the Tin Man, So, number 1, most important, is do your stretches. I know they seem mature, but they are so important and you'll benefit from them massively. Tip number 2 is what's called a gait analysis. So in my opinion, gait analysis are so important for beginner runners, especially to work out what kind of foot strike you have. So everyone's foot strike is different. Some people over pronate, some people under pronate, some people heel strike, some people forward foot strike. And working out what type of runner you are can tailor the trainer to give the right support in the right areas. And this is going to help to prevent and mitigate things like shin splints, pain in the heel of your arch or the middle of your foot. Very common. So having the support in the right areas is going to be so important to prevent those common injuries that I hear all the time. So all good running shops will do a gait analysis. In the UK, lots of big nationwide companies, Up and Running, Alton Sports here in Hampshire, they all do it, and I'd recommend getting one just to work out what type of foot strike you have and what type of trainer is recommended. Just as almost like side tip to that, is something I'm trying to do now, is to rotate your trainers as well. So if you're a runner that runs, say, more than 3 times a week, it's a good habit to rotate your trainers, just so your feet and your body doesn't get used to the same trainer all the time. And yeah, it just mixes it up really, so, and allows your other trainers to recover and breathe, So yeah, the main tip is getting a gait analysis, and then just a bonus tip is to rotate your trainers throughout the week. Before I tell you tip number 3, have a look at this view. Stunning, such a lovely day. So tip number 3 is strength work. So if nothing will beat running and putting miles in your legs to become a better runner and get used to running and slowly prevent injuries over time, but if you can add strength work into that, and whether that's compound lifts, whether that's body weight exercises, you will see massive benefits in your performance, and you'll see a massive reduction hopefully in injuries and niggles. So I try to do compound lifts in my routine, and if you think about it, if you can put on muscle in your legs, it's more muscle to absorb the impact as you're running. You can build up muscle as almost like a buffer around your knees, legs. So it's all going to help to make you bulletproof, So if you can add strength work and do strength work, particularly on your legs, so deadlifts, squats, lunges, over time you'll build up strength, you'll build up muscle, and it will reduce your chances of injuries. So really important strength work at tip number 3. So tip number 4 and tip number 5 are very much interlinked with each other, but starting with just number 4, it's to take rest days. So rest days are really important to allow your body to heal, to regenerate and recover, and it's important to recognize when you need to do this, when you need to take a rest day. So understanding your body and recognizing the signs of when to take a rest. So there are 2 types of rests in my head. So there's an active recovery rest day, and then there's a full rest day completely. So active recovery rest day is going to be a break from running, but you may want to do some cycling, swimming, a long walk, but anything not involving running really, so letting your legs recover from that. And then a full day of rest, or a complete rest day, is just when you're just doing no activity at all, you're taking it easy. It's not to say, you know, don't lay on the couch all day. That's probably not the best thing to do, but yeah, that would be a full rest day, is just no activity at all. And you need to do both of these now and again, and recognizing when to do them. So there are some telltale signs. Your body might be fatiguing quicker than usual. An easy run might suddenly feel quite difficult. That's probably an indication you need to take it easy. So tip number 4 is rest days. Okay, tip number 5, the final tip, but by no means, just because it's 5th on the list, is it not important. It very much is, and that's to only increase your mileage by 10% a week. So when you are reaching the highest you've ever gone in a weekly mileage total, and let's say you're training for a half marathon, a marathon, and you want to build that up, you only want to build that up by around 10% a week each week, just to let your body become accustomed to that workload. You don't want to go too hard too quick and suddenly double the mileage you're doing every week, and then your body just won't be able to recognize and keep up with that. So it's a rule kind of thrown around in the running world to just increase your workload volume by 10% a week, and it's something I try to stick to as well when I'm kind of hitting heights I've never hit before in terms of like total mileage I've done in the week or the month. So that's the final tip I can give you. And I hope you've enjoyed going on this little walk today. Makes it a bit more interesting than stuck in the room. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you do like these more walk and talks rather than the alternative of just standing by the camera. And yeah, you know, I can do more of these. I know quite a few good spots in Hampshire. I'm quite lucky and blessed that we have a few good nice spots here. And yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've learned something today, and stay tuned for more content on the way.